Hi folks, Barry here from Make It So Adult Fitness in Long Beach. Picking up where we left off on our tutorial for training with resistance bands. And this is the second video of this series. I want to talk about the door anchor. I briefly introduced it during the last time. Again, I pointed out we've got these attachment sites for attaching your bands. So there's one that is about head height. There's one that's slightly below shoulder height. There's an attachment site that's down here about mid-thigh or about knee height, depending on your height. And there's one that's down here by the ankle. If you don't have an ultra anchor, which I assume you don't, remember you don't need something that's this involved or complicated. So let's say we want to work from here. Now you can do pushing, pulling, rotation exercises from any of these sites. And here's what you do with your door anchor. We're going to slip this through the opening. Now, if you want to use it on the handle side, you can, but only do that if you're attaching it to the side of the door where the door closes, so that the door frame provides its own natural stopping point. You don't want to attach it on the side of the door if you're going to use on the handle side where the door opens. And the reason for that, this little tongue that comes out and goes into the notch when you close the door, that tongue is only about that long. The screws that hold in this part and that part are only about that long. You don't know what the condition of the wood is that those screws are going into, especially if it's an older dwelling. If there's any rot or anything which you don't want is to be pulling or pushing against the side of the door that opens, because as you're applying all of your strength, suppose that thing were to break, you're inviting an accident. So if you have to do it on the side of the door where the door opens and closes, do it on the hinge side, not on the handle side. Again though, if you're doing it on the part of the door that closes, then the door frame is going to make it secure and you can do it there. So what you would do, I'll use this attachment as an example, but this works the same way. They all work the same way because this is the side of the door that closes. I'll take advantage of that. And we just put this right in and close the door. All these door anchors, this is ballistic nylon, super strong, and it won't harm your door. It's not going to put a dent in it or an impression in it or scar it. So from that regard, it's safe. So now you have basically what I have here, you have here. You can use either kind of band. We can put this through, loop this through, and now we have a full-length band that we can do like a chest press with a trunk rotation. You can turn around and do a row or a row with trunk rotation. If you want to work with both arms, which is called bilateral, easy peasy, attach a second band. Do a chest press. Put 1 foot forward and then lean. The reason that you're leaning, remember, you can call these bands whatever you want. You can call them Barry's bands, you can call them resistance bands, strength bands, whatever. But at the end of the day, what they are, they're big rubber bands. So you stretch it out this way, it's going to want to snap back. So if you're just standing vertical, just straight, and you push it out, it's going to pull you back. So if you put 1 foot forward and then lean, when you're leaning, you're now reallocating your body's tipping point. So you're now very stable. So now with 2 arms, you push out and back, out and back. Notice my elbows are slightly dropped, not like that. That would be completely horizontal, which I don't want. I'm going to drop them slightly. And my hands are in a position that's below my collarbone and higher than the nipple line. That's a natural pushing position. I'm going to push out and back, out and back. And here's how I'm going to breathe. I'm going to exhale with the effort, inhale with the return. Same thing, going backwards, doing a row. Bringing my elbows all the way back. Now I'm exercising my back. And you can get fancy, you can go into your trunk rotation. That's called an exercise complex, where we're combining 2 different exercises. Same thing from the front. Press and rotate. You want to use a flat band. Just loop it through. It's the same deal. Press, press, press. Row, row, row. Well, let's get some rotation. Step, row, step, row. Step, press. Notice when I do that, I'm using opposite hand and foot. So if I'm going to press with my right arm, I'm going to step forward with my left. But you can set that band attachment any place that you want along this continuum. But again, you're going to want either head height for pulling down. You're going to want about shoulder height for pushing and pulling straight out. You want it down here towards the top of the hip or the bottom of the thigh for doing low work. We're doing abdominal work. We're down bottom for maybe doing arm work. And let's take a break.